When it comes to JRPG, the future is bright, lots of new projects on the horizon, and Alterum Shift by indie dev Dras, Ray and Mozi is one of the most promising. Players get a party of 3 young adventurers on day training across the world and fight in turn-based combat inspired by Chrono Trigger and Super Nintendo games. The Alterum Shift new demo, the version 2.0, adds 3 new story paths, new missions, new areas and new story content. So, if you have never tried, now it's the best time to do it. The game is planned to be released in Q4 2023 on PC via Steam. The visual novel JRPG adventure Path of the Midnight Sun, developed by Studio Daemon, is getting a release date. In this RPG, players take control of 3 charismatic characters inside a world filled with betrayals, romances and dark monsters, giving a 30 hours experience, expected to be released on January 10th, 2023 via Steam. The Knights of Unity is excited to announce that their roguelite game Death Road's Tournament will debut on Steam in early access on March 28th. A special trailer has been prepared to present the game on this occasion. The creators also invite players to take part in playtests on Steam. This week, the Isometric Festival on Steam gives access to a lot of great turn-based RPG that you should not miss. Pathfinder, Wasteland, Atom RPG, Mutant Year Zero and more. Another awesome festival is running until December 12th and is called TurnBasedFest. Lots of announcements, exclusive gameplay from the best content creators and super deals. Almost 300 games are featured there, so there's much to discover. I will participate in the festival too, with an exclusive video planned for the 12th at 6 PM chat. Stay tuned. I talked about Witchspring Air in my Keep an Eye on It 55. The game developed by indie dev KiwiWorks is a JRPG mixing together explorations, battles and collecting elements to grow up as a witch. Through a devlog, devs give some details about the progress done in the development and indicate a release window for the game expected in spring 2023 on PC via Steam. I usually don't cover so many mobile games, even if I must do more often, especially when a game deserves attention like Archiland, a turn-based RPG inspired by Fire Emblem, which offers high fantasy drama, a vast set of characters and a gorgeous graphic style. Archiland is developed by the same dev behind Langrisser Mobile, and they just opened the iOS and Android pre-registrations, but unfortunately only for Korean gamers for now, so we must wait. Swedish developer Pixedom today announced that its new turn-based horror game, It's Dark Inside, will be released on Steam Early Access in 2023. Join the adventure where you'll take on the role of a mother trying to save her child and kill a god from the inside. A At the Game Awards 2022, Larian Studios, the creators of Baldur's Gate 3, have decided to release a new trailer. In this new trailer, you can take a quick look at the city of Baldur's Gate, and legendary characters from the series come back. The new trailer also gives the out of early access release date set for August 2023. Baldur's Gate 3 is a PC game digitally delivered through Steam and with a physical collector edition too. Solo developer Clockwork Pile has released a new demo and gameplay trailer for Sharpunk Vermin 4, an upcoming mix of strategy RPG and resource management in which players will try to outrun the Rat Horde and survive another day in a war-torn steampunk world. The new demo is now available on Steam and GOG. It includes one full campaign mission and showcases a variety of never-before-seen enemies and combat mechanics, more character progression options, and numerous quality of life improvements suggested by the players during the extensive community playtests. The most anticipated strategy game, Company of Heroes 3 by Relic Entertainment, just announced their plans for PC and consoles release. For the first time ever, the famous series will offer a turn-based component during the world map view, where players can move units strategically across the world and then clash in real-time battles. Another big news for the series is the console release. In fact, for the first time, Company of Heroes 3 will be available even on PS5, Xbox Series X and S consoles following the February 2023 PC version, but no set release date. Fire Emblem Engage is a Nintendo Switch exclusive ready to land on January 20th, 2023, and Nintendo just shared info about the expansion pass of the game that will give players access to 4 DLC, one available on day one, while the other across 2023. New characters, new items, in-game tools, and more. Check out the news on turnbasedlovers.com. Nil Space is an indie strategy game about students exploring a digital dimension through a mysterious app, and is a fantastic surprise for fans of Fire Emblem. Not only does it contain unit customization and grid-based battles, but your relationships with your fellow students will affect battles and story outcome alike. Now available on Steam. Chaos Gate Demon Hunter is one of the many excellent War Armor games that fans have been treated to in the last few years. The persistent campaign is full of tough decisions and nail-biting tactical battles with the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. Duty Eternal adds new unit types and options, including returning fallen Grey Knights to the field as armored dreadnoughts. Space Wreck by Paris Entertainment CA is a retro-inspired sci-fi RPG where players go through a branching storyline where combat is 100% optional. The game is available in early access on Steam. Mech Armada is a tactical mecha battle that was released on PC in June 2022. Its Switch launch means players can now pit big robots against bigger monsters wherever they go. Each run brings different mechs and parts to the battle, and you'll have to make good use of what you have to defeat the game's titanic bosses. Crawl Tactics is an hybrid of tactical RPGs and roguelite games where players explore grid-based rooms and, after each encounter, can decide where to go next. Lots of classes, monsters and legendary items to find. Now available on Steam. Was one of the most anticipated JRPGs thanks to its 16-bit graphic style reminiscent of the glorious classics from the past, and now Chained Echoes by solo indie dev Matthias Linde is finally available on PC via Steam, Switch, PS4 and Xbox One. Chained Echoes is received very well by the critics and players. Inside the description you can find my first 30 minutes of gameplay. This video ends here. Let me know what you think about this news and releases in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel and also consider supporting me through all my pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!